All right, ladies and gentlemen, your opening main card bout will be in the super heavyweight kickboxing division, brought to you by Knoxville Vapors. When the action begins, your referee in charge of this bout is Josh Ward. Introducing first, fighting in the red corner. He has a record of 4 wins with 1 loss, 2 knockouts tonight. He weighed in 245 pounds, fighting out of Shield Systems in Knoxville, Tennessee, John Moore. Standing across the cage tonight, fighting out of the blue corner with an undefeated record of 2 wins with no losses. He weighed in 235 pounds, fighting out of Upper Cumberland MMA in Cookeville, Tennessee, Kris Encinas.
John Moore in the black trunks with the logo on the front and the blue gloves. Kris Encinas in the black trunks with the red and black gloves. Kickboxing bout, 3 2-minute rounds, and we are underway here in Valor Fights 22.
Oh, these guys collide early on. They're ready to get at it. Nice kick by Kris Encinas, and we have ourselves a clinch.
Encinas connected with the left on his way in. Encinas with the red
nice
logo
left
on the front.
kick.
Moore ate a right and comes off the cage. We'll reset with referee Josh Ward.
Oh, nice combination by John Moore there. Left kick followed up with a jab cross. Oh, nice shot.
They're not going to rule out a knockdown, or are they? No, I don't think so. I think they both kicked at the same time and collided legs.
I definitely think it was a moral victory for John Moore, though. He's on the prowl right now.
Tyler, what do you think?
Man, I'm impressed altogether. I'm really liking those body kicks that Moore's throwing. They're not just randomly thrown. They're well placed. He's timing them correctly.
Nice shot by Encinas there. Now he is pushing forward.
Encinas with his last name across the front.
It seemed as though John Moore sort of took off early, and now Kris Encinas is catching his stride now.
And Josh Ward will break them, and we're down to the final 30 seconds. Sort of a back kick by Encinas. Kick by Moore.
I like how John Moore delivers that kick and immediately follows it up with a punching combination. You don't see that often, especially in the amateur ranks.
They'll break, final seconds. Encinas trying to close strong, and that's the end of round number 1. Casey, what do you think?
Man, that one was very, very close. I'm going to go ahead and give it to John Moore. I like the combinations. I like the leg kicks. They really stood out. You could hear them across the room. So John Moore, first round.
Tyler, who'd you give that first round to?
Same thing, man. Both guys are very exciting. I just felt like Moore had, better well-placed kicks, better well-placed punches.
Encinas tried to come forward, but didn't really have the clean, crisp connections, and you guys mentioned the kicks from Moore. We are underway here at Valor Fights 22, a great venue here at the International.
Look at Cena's already off of his stool, ready to go.
It's kind of the way he fought the first round.
Well, yeah, and no issues with cardio there. We discussed before the super heavyweights and how much fuel these guys will have in the tank. You can see right here, they're ready for action.
Scott Holtzman, hot sauce in the corner, along with Amy Coleman of John Moore, the third fighter tonight out of Shield Systems, undefeated, 2 wins, kickboxing wins on the undercard. They'll touch gloves, and we're underway in round 2.
Encinas with a kick, and countered by John Moore with a punch, and we have ourselves a clinch.
Seen some quick body shots, but nothing devastating.
Oh, nice combinations by John Moore.
Right up the middle.
The first time the Moores let his hands go. And they're letting them go here against the cage here, and they'll break on their own as Josh Ward was on his way to doing so, as we're just over 30 seconds into round 2.
nice right hand there by John Moore, following it up with a beautiful combination again.
And we'll get a break. Moore, we've seen some of the referees step in before and warn fighters for the push. He kind of pushed Encinas into the cage, but took advantage of it. Sends him back there again. Josh Ward is letting him go a little bit more in the clinch than we've seen in the other kickboxing bouts.
I like that.
Oh, nice. Almost a Superman punch there by John Moore. Landed right on the button.
Moore very good with his Muay Thai. Good striker and showing it here. Versatile with the kicks and the punches. And we're under 30 seconds left in round number 2. 3 2-minute rounds here in the super heavyweight division, 212 and up.
Encinas really got to get something going here. I see that John Moore is just racking up points as I see it. As it stands, we're going to have 2 rounds to nothing. John Moore.
Couple body shots by Encinas, but might be too little, too late. Tyler, that round to Moore?
Yeah, all Moore on that round. He landed more significant punches, was doing a good job landing them on his opponent than moving. I liked it.
Casey?
Again, John Moore takes it. If I'm in the corner of Kris Encinas, I'm saying get out there and stop this fight. It's your only chance.
Looks like he's pretty tired. And Encinas looked like he was running out of gas a little bit. Tried to flurry late in the final seconds, but as you see our beautiful ring girls showing that we're getting ready to go to our 3rd and final round.
You know, it's a huge testament there to John Moore because he continues to actually get better. You know, he started a little bit slower, and now his combinations are coming together, and he's not slowing down a bit. You know, for a super heavyweight, that's tremendous.
See a little bit of the action from round number 1. Moore, some body shots along the cage before the break, and looks to be up 2 rounds to nothing. There is Scott Hot Sauce Holtzman from the UFC, along with Amy Coleman out of Shield Systems here in Knoxville, with some final advice for John Moore, who's 4-1 with 2 knockouts, taking on Kris Encinas, who's 2-0 in his kickboxing career. And Josh Ward says, let's go, and we're underway in round number 3.
Wow.
And Encinas, I think there'll be a slip, and that will, as he reached for more and slipped.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kris Encinas is going for it here.
That's probably the advice that you recommended for his corner.
I'm certain his corner has told him he has to get this ball rolling. Otherwise, he's going to drop the loss here.
Both guys front kick again, and they do it for a second time here in the first 30 seconds.
Nice. John Moore landed a good shot there a second ago, and he is taking over right now.
Encinas looks to be stunned.
This is for a shot at Valor Gold, so it means something here.
Big shot to the body and a second one to the left side of Encinas. Josh Ward will break them, but when they've been in that clinch position, that's been to Moore's favor.
Oh, absolutely. He's been absolutely manhandling Encinas right here. And I think that Encinas is still a little bit hurt from that combination a little bit ago, about 20 seconds ago.
Josh Ward will break them, but he is letting these heavyweights go a little bit longer in the clinch. Oh, now they're wrestling a little bit.
40 seconds to go. It's crunch time.
Tyler, what can Encinas do here in the final 30 seconds? Any hope?
Knock him out. In my opinion, I think that's what he's got to do to get this.
Encinas trying to get some gas and try to get a flurry here in the final 15 seconds of this 3rd round. Pot shots to the side of Encinas. Moore's
Do or die right now.
And that's the end of our kickboxing bout. Goes the distance. 3 2-minute rounds in the super heavyweight division. And it looks like John Moore should get the win. We'll go to the scorecards, and Scott Holtzman and Amy Coleman excited about the work of John Moore here in this bout. We've seen a couple of bouts go the distance. Just to recap, Skylar Carson beat Jesse Posey in a unanimous decision when Laith Hamdi out of Shield Systems splits the decision win over Darius Tran in our undercard. We had Seth Derrick with a win, second round TKO over Rodney Maynard. And then Scott Frey, unanimous decision win over Cody Posey. And our last bout, a TKO first round win for Steven Stevens out of Shield Systems over Aaron Duncan. Steven Stevens took this bout about an hour before we got started. So about 5:30 today. He ended up fighting maybe about 7:30ish. That's not a whole lot of
yeah, man, that's not a lot of notability. You know, notice we talked to Holtzman about that though, and as he mentioned, you know, those guys are always in shape. Yeah. They're always ready. So yeah.
Shield Systems looks like they're going to go to 3-0. Scott Holtzman hoping to be a part of the UFC, returning to Nashville in August. That's always exciting. But boy, there's so much talent and so many great fights and events here in East Tennessee, and Valor Fights a big part of it. And that's where we are at tonight at the International in Knoxville. I'm Vince Ferraro along with Tyler Minton and Casey Oxendine. We go to the cage for the announcement of our official decision as we go to the scorecards. Here's Cody Gwynn.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to your judges' scorecards for a decision. Judges score this bout 30-27, 30-27, and 30-28 for your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, John